Buffalo Sabres signed Devon Levi to 2-year contract. What it means for the team. Buffalo Sabres secure their future. Devon Levi signs a 2-year deal. That's right, Sabres fans. The team has just locked down their promising young goaltender, Devon Levi, with a 2-year contract. This is big news for the franchise, and it's a move that signals their commitment to building a competitive team for the future. The deal, announced on Thursday, comes with an average annual value, AAV, of $812,500. But what does this mean for Levi and the Sabres? Let's dive in. Levi, still just 23 years old, has been making waves in the American Hockey League, AHL, with the Rochester Americans. His performance there has been nothing short of impressive. Over 68 regular season games, he's racked up an impressive 41 wins, showcasing his ability to consistently deliver under pressure. His goals against average, GAA, sits at a stellar 2.28, and his save percentage, SV percentage, is a remarkable .922. To put that in perspective, a high save percentage indicates a goalie's ability to stop a large percentage of shots, and a low GAA means he's allowing fewer goals per game. In the 2024-25 season, Levi's stats were even more eye-catching, with a 2.20 GAA and a .919 SV percent, both ranking him 6th in the AHL. This consistency is a great sign for his development, and it doesn't stop there. Levi has also proven himself in the Calder Cup playoffs, playing in 13 games and securing 7 wins. His playoff stats include a 2.54 GAA and a .916 SV percent. This demonstrates his ability to perform well when the stakes are high, a crucial trait for any goaltender. Now, let's look at his NHL experience. Levi has played 39 games with 36 starts for the Sabres over the past 3 seasons. His NHL stats include a 17-17-2 record, a 3.29 GAA, and an .894 SV percent. While these numbers are a bit higher than his AHL stats, it's important to remember that the NHL is a much tougher league. But here's where it gets controversial. Some fans might argue that his NHL numbers aren't quite living up to the hype generated by his AHL performance. Others will point to the Sabres' overall team performance during those seasons as a factor. What do you think? Is his NHL performance a cause for concern, or is it simply a matter of time and experience? Looking ahead to the 2025-26 season, the big question is, where will Levi start the year? Will he begin in Rochester, continuing to hone his skills, or will he earn a spot on the Sabres' NHL roster from the get-go? The Sabres have some solid goaltending depth, including Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen and the recently signed Alex Lyon. This competition for playing time will be interesting to watch. Levi's journey to the Sabres is also an interesting story. He was originally drafted by the Florida Panthers in the 7th round of the 2020 NHL Draft. Buffalo acquired him in July 2021, recognizing his potential. The native of des Ormeaux, Quebec, made his NHL debut with the Sabres in March 2023, after a successful 2-season college career at Northeastern University. He's also represented Canada on the international stage, playing in the 2021 IIHF World Junior Championship and the 2022 Olympic Winter Games. This experience has undoubtedly helped him develop into the player he is today. And this is the part most people miss. The signing of Levi means the Sabres have now signed all their remaining restricted free agents. This is a significant step in solidifying their roster and building a team ready to compete. It shows the team's commitment to retaining their young talent and building a foundation for future success. What are your thoughts on this signing, Sabres fans? Do you think Levi will become the team's long-term starting goaltender? Let us know in the comments below. Do you agree with the team's strategy, or do you have a different perspective on the goaltending situation? Let's discuss. Devon Levi signs 2-year contract with Buffalo Sabres. Big news for Buffalo Sabres fans. Devon Levi is officially staying in the fold, and the details of his new contract are already sparking debate. The 23-year-old goaltender has inked a 2-year deal worth $1.625 million, which breaks down to an average annual salary of $812,500. For a young goalie with both promise and question marks, is this a bargain or a gamble? Let's dig into the story behind the numbers. Who entered this offseason as a restricted free agent, spent most of last year guarding the net for the Rochester Americans in the AHL. His performance there was nothing short of impressive. He posted a 25-13-4 record, maintained a stingy 2.20 goals against average, and boasted a .919 save percentage. Perhaps most notably, he led the entire league with 7 shutouts, a stat that's sure to catch the eye of any hockey analyst. But here's where it gets controversial. When Levi was called up to the Sabres, his numbers took a hit. In 9 NHL appearances, 8 as a starter, he managed just 2 wins against 7 losses, with a 4.12 GAA and a .872 save percentage. That's a stark contrast to his AHL dominance, and it raises a tough question. Can he translate his minor league success to be NHL? Levi's journey to Buffalo is also worth noting. Originally drafted by the Florida Panthers in the 7th round, 212th overall of the 2020 NHL draft, he was acquired by the Sabres in a trade that sent forward Sam Reinhart to Florida back in July 2021. Since joining Buffalo, Levi has played 39 NHL games, 36 as a starter, compiling a 17-17-2 record, a 3.29 goals against average, and a .894 save percentage. These stats suggest a goalie still finding his footing at the highest level. And this is the part most people miss. Levi was the last restricted free agent the Sabres needed to sign this offseason, making his contract a final piece in Buffalo's roster puzzle. Some fans are excited about his potential, while others worry about his inconsistency at the NHL level. Is Buffalo making a smart investment in a future star, or are they taking a risk on a player who hasn't yet proven himself in the big leagues? What do you think? Does Levi's new contract reflect his true value, or is it a leap of faith by the Sabres front office? Should teams bet on potential, or wait for more consistent results before committing? Share your thoughts and join the conversation below. Devon Levi signs 2-year contract with Buffalo Sabres. Big news shaking up the NHL goalie scene. The Buffalo Sabres have doubled down on their faith in Devon Levi by locking the 23-year-old netminder into a fresh 2-year contract, valued at $1.625 million. It's a statement move. Some call it a bet on potential, more than proven performance. But here's where it gets controversial. Levi's time with the Sabres last season was, frankly, rocky. In 9 outings, including 8 starts, he posted only 2 wins against 7 losses, allowing an average of 4.12 goals per game and logging a .872 save percentage. Not exactly numbers that inspire unbridled confidence. And this is the part most people miss. Away from the NHL spotlight, Devon Levi was a completely different beast in the American Hockey League. While suiting up for the Rochester Americans, he turned heads with a 25-13-4 record, slashing his goals against average to a stingy 2.20 and boosting his save percentage to a robust .919 across 42 games. This huge improvement raises a big question. Is Levi simply more comfortable developing in the AHL? Or will those skills eventually translate when the heat is on in the NHL? To put things in context, Levi arrived in Buffalo as part of the Sam Reinhart trade on July 24, 2021, a deal that also sent a first-round draft pick to the Sabres. Fans have been watching him closely ever since. Across his career so far, including time with both the Sabres and the Florida Panthers, Levi's record stands at 17 wins, 17 losses, and 2 overtime defeats. His overall goals against average sits at 3.29, with a career save percentage of .894 in 39 NHL games, 36 of which were starts. All this begs the question: are the Buffalo Sabres wise to double down on a goalie whose stats are split between the minor and major leagues? Or is this simply banking on untapped talent and hoping for a breakout year? Some fans may see this as a necessary gamble, while others might call it wishful thinking. What do you think? Is Devon Levi the Sabres' future franchise goalie, or should they look elsewhere for a reliable starter? Sound off in the comments. Do you agree or disagree with Buffalo's move?